Hey everyone, and welcome back to Thesaurus Thrive. I'm Lily, and I'm so excited to dive into a topic today that I think is incredibly relevant for all of us, no matter where you are in your life or your English learning journey.
And I'm Ava. Seriously, Lily, this topic has been on my mind a lot lately. You know those moments when you just react? Like someone cuts you off in traffic, or you get a snarky email, and your immediate response is just pure, unfiltered emotion.
Oh, absolutely, Ava. We've all been there. That split second where you just feel that surge of frustration or anger, and before you know it, you've said or done something you might regret. It's like our brains are hardwired for that instant defense mechanism, right?
Exactly. And today, we're going to talk about the power of not reacting, which is actually the title of one of our fantastic graded readers over on the Thesaurus Thrive YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, you definitely should. It's a wonderful story designed specifically to help improve your English fluency, while teaching you some really profound life lessons.
It truly is. The story follows a character named Alex, and honestly, Alex's initial struggles are so relatable. He starts off as this generally impatient person, easily frustrated by everyday annoyances. Sound familiar to anyone?
Oh, definitely. I mean, who hasn't been stuck in traffic, for instance, and felt that instant rage building up? The story perfectly illustrates Alex's initial reaction to a traffic jam. Honking, fuming, getting all stressed out. It's a classic example of an uncontrolled reaction.
Right? And it's not just about the external situation, is it? It's about how that external situation triggers an internal reaction that often does more harm to us than to the actual problem. Alex ends up feeling terrible, totally stressed out, and the traffic hasn't moved an inch.
Exactly. The traffic is still there, but now Alex is also carrying this huge burden of frustration. That's where the story takes a really interesting turn. Alex meets his old mentor, Mr. Chen, who introduces him to this incredible concept. The power of non-reaction.
Mr. Chen's advice is so simple yet so profound. He essentially tells Alex, when you don't react, you choose to observe. Observation brings clarity. Clarity brings wisdom. Wisdom brings peace. I mean, that's a powerful chain reaction right there, but in a positive way.
It really is. And for our English learners out there, pay attention to those beautiful, concise sentences. Observation brings clarity. It's a fantastic example of clear, direct English that conveys a deep message. It's not overly complicated, but it's very impactful.
Absolutely. Graded readers like this one are gold mines for learning natural sentence structures and how to express complex ideas simply. But let's get back to Alex. How does he actually apply Mr. Chen's advice? The story gives us some great examples.
My favorite example is the meeting scenario. Alex is in a work meeting, and a colleague named Mark makes a really sarcastic, pointed comment. You know, the kind that just makes your blood boil?
Oh, I know it well. My gut reaction would be to snap back, to defend myself, or to just glare across the table. But Alex, he remembers Mr. Chen's words. He feels that surge of anger. Another great phrase for your vocabulary, by the way. But he pauses.
Yes, he pauses. That's the key. Instead of reacting, he observes. He actually looks at Mark, noticing his body language, which is anxious. And this observation leads to clarity. Alex realizes Mark might be insecure, not just trying to be mean.
And that clarity allows him to respond calmly, which completely defuses the tension. Defuses the tension, another excellent idiomatic phrase for intermediate to advanced learners. It means to make a difficult or dangerous situation calmer. Instead of escalating the conflict, Alex actually calms it down just by choosing not to react impulsively.
It's so powerful. Imagine how many workplace conflicts or even personal disagreements could be avoided if we all just took that moment to observe instead of immediately striking back. It takes practice, though, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it's a muscle you have to build. And the story continues with another fantastic example. Alex's internet goes down while he's working on an important project. Now, for many of us, that's a prime frustration trigger.
Oh my gosh, yes. My immediate reaction would be to yell at the router, restart it 50 times, and then just throw my hands up in despair. But Alex, he's different now. What does he do?
He takes a deep breath, he doesn't panic, he calmly checks the router, calls the provider, and then, this is the brilliant part, He uses the downtime to organize physical documents that he'd been putting off. He actually turns a potential disaster into a productive moment.
That's incredible. It's not about being a robot and having no emotions. It's about acknowledging the emotion, pausing, and then choosing a constructive response. It's that choice that really makes all the difference.
Exactly. And for our English fluency goals, stories like this one are invaluable. When you listen to a graded reader, you're not just getting vocabulary, you're getting context. You hear phrases like surge of anger, diffuse the tension, regained his composure, or a transformative journey in a natural setting.
Yeah, and that helps you understand not just what the words mean, but how they're used. You get a feel for the rhythm of English, the intonation, and how native speakers would express these ideas. It's much more effective than just memorizing word lists.
Absolutely. Plus, the repetition in graded readers, while subtle, reinforces key vocabulary and grammar structures without you even realizing it. You're learning English by doing something engaging, by being immersed in a story.
And the beauty of a graded reader is that it's designed to be at a specific language level, so you're challenged but not overwhelmed. You can understand the story, pick up new words, and enjoy the process. It's truly a Thrive experience if you ask me.
Nice one, Ava. So, thinking about the broader benefits of adopting Alex's approach, what do you think are some of the biggest takeaways for our listeners, both personally and for their English learning?
Well, personally, I think it's reduced stress, hands down. When you're not constantly reacting emotionally, you carry less tension. Your relationships improve because you're less prone to lashing out, and your decision-making gets so much clearer. You actually have time to think things through.
I completely agree. It brings a sense of inner peace, doesn't it? That feeling of being in control of yourself, even if you can't control the external situation. And for English learners, this mindset is fantastic for improving communication.
How so? I mean, beyond just learning the vocabulary from the story.
Well, when you apply the power of not reacting to, say, a difficult conversation in English, or even just when you're put on the spot, you're less likely to panic. You can take a breath, process what's been said, and formulate a thoughtful response rather than just blurting out the first thing that comes to mind, which might be grammatically incorrect or not quite what you mean.
That's a brilliant point. It gives you that extra second to access your vocabulary, to remember that grammar rule, and to construct a more fluent and accurate sentence. It's like observation for your language output.
Exactly. It's all about intentionality. Instead of just letting words tumble out, you're choosing them. You're more mindful of your phrasing, your tone, and your message. And that's a huge step towards fluency and confidence in any language, especially English.
I've noticed this in my own life. If I'm trying to explain something complex in English, and I feel that rush to get it out, I often stumble. But if I take a moment, even just a beat, to gather my thoughts, my sentences come out smoother, more precise. It's almost like a mini observation period for my own thoughts.
That's a fantastic real-world application, Ava. And the story of Alex really highlights that this isn't some abstract concept. It's a practical skill. It's about pausing, observing, and then choosing your response rather than letting your impulses dictate your actions.
And the ultimate outcome for Alex is a transformed life. He becomes calmer, more effective, and experiences genuine inner peace. That's the wisdom brings peace part of Mr. Chen's advice coming to fruition.
It's a beautiful arc, and it really shows the power of a mindset shift. So, to our listeners, we highly encourage you to check out The Power of Not Reacting Graded Reader on the Thesaurus Thrive YouTube channel. Listen to the story, pay attention to the vocabulary and sentence structures, and then, most importantly, try to apply Alex's lesson in your own life.
Yes, start small. The next time you feel that immediate urge to react, whether it's to an annoying email, a traffic jam, or even just a minor mishap, take a breath, pause, observe, see what clarity comes from that moment of non-reaction. You might be surprised by the wisdom and peace you find.
And remember, practicing this skill in English communication will not only make you a more thoughtful speaker, but also significantly boost your confidence and fluency. It's a win-win situation.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for joining us today on Thesaurus Thrive. We hope this conversation has given you some great insights and motivated you to explore this powerful concept further.
Yes, keep thriving in your English learning journey and in life. We'll catch you next time.